Hello, hello, hello. It's Samantha here from Samantha Sutherland, or Samantha Sutherland Artist. I'm not quite sure. I might change the name again. The reason being is that I have decided that this is my big relaunch. I've decided to add to what my interests are on this channel. So I have art as the main interest, which will stay, but I want to add my interest and love of history and books as well. This is the third time I've filmed this because I'm filming on my camera, on my phone, on the camera on my phone, and it keeps telling me after about half an hour it's going to do something to put it in a different file. And I really don't want that. Basically, I just want to be able to upload it. Just for now, for a little while, it's just going to be literally a case of having like a chatty video, and it will be uploaded with probably very little editing. But we'll see. So I was thinking of, I did start off by mentioning the exhibitions I went to, but I might leave them for another video because I want to kind of go into them a little bit, and I think that's what's taking up a lot of my time. I just kind of wanted to share the books that I'm going to be reading that I have bought and I'm interested in. If I've got any time at the end, I will mention the exhibitions, but I'd like to kind of start my brand new vlog by mentioning things that I'm interested in, the things I've bought, and also the YouTubers that I have been watching and following as well. So my last video I mentioned how I have some disabilities and some issues. I also have bowel disease as well, just to add to the whole fun, which means that there are days when I can't leave the house. Sorry if this is too much information. I won't go completely into it, don't worry. But there are days when my energy levels, like kind of like about now, they're getting quite low, and you'll be able to tell because I might talk a bit slower, or I might repeat myself, or not be able to say certain words easily because I get tongue-tied. Yeah, so what am I going to talk about? So I'm going to be adding books and history to my interests for my channel. I've been wanting to make videos for so long that I just didn't really want to just sit and talk about art and then disappear. So I figured that I would sorry about the rustling. I thought I would talk about books too and history, because with my daughter being on some holidays, we are going to be going around things like the Maritime Museum again and things like that, and I've had some really good visits, museum and exhibition visits. I went to Stockport Museum in Stockport at the marketplace, and can I just say it was amazing. It was free. For something that was free, it was absolutely one of the best afternoons we've had for ages. And I also went to the gift shop, and I bought, if I can find them, some cards, because I like buying cards and postcards, because I always have this idea of putting them in frames. I have so much to put in frames now, it's ridiculous. Although these two can go in the same frame because they're by the same artist. So this is Stockport Viaduct 2006 by Jackie Wagg, and this is Stockport from Heaton Norris Park. I used to live in Heaton Norris, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. Both are, I'm assuming both are, but this is acrylic on canvas, and again the artist is Jackie Wagg. Anything or anyone I talk about, I will put their names and websites etc underneath this video. And then I bought this. Now I've just realised after looking at the back of it, it's by the artist Rachel Grant. Now when I went to Bramall Hall a few weeks back, a couple of months ago, I bought a card which was really pretty. It was like gardening themed, and it was mixed media piece by Rachel Grant. And I came home and I googled her, and I found out she had a shop on Etsy. So I bought this, not realizing it was by the same artist. I thought I recognized the style, but then I realized, I've just realized it's by Rachel Grant. It's called Bread Making, which brings me to my next thing. I have an Etsy addiction, and I went on Rachel Grant's Etsy shop, and there's her email address, or website address rather. And I bought this, which I can't wait to frame. It's absolutely beautiful. It's called Autumn Window. It's watercolour, and I thought it was a print. It's not. I think it's an original piece of artwork, and it's on watercolour paper, and it's by the artist Rachel Grant. So I now own 3 pieces of Rachel Grant art, one downstairs, and then I've got this one. They all need to go in frames, so that's going to be kind of fun, finding frames for them. So I've decided to talk about the books that I bought recently and that I'll be reading. So I'm doing a book haul. If you excuse me, I've got some books down here because, like I said, I tried to record this video twice in the last hour, and it's failed slightly. Yeah, I'm not very tech minded, to be honest. So excuse me for dipping over here. I am still here, honest. I have also bought books for my daughter and my husband in my little book hauls. Most of these, except for 2, are from World of Books. No, tell a lie. One's from World of Books through Amazon. But yeah, I have the injury to my elbow is still quite painful. I've got a hospital appointment next week, so hopefully I might get some answers. Who knows? We'll see. But until then, there are times when drawing and painting, I just don't have the energy, and my hands get quite painful, so I don't always have the want to hold a paintbrush. However, with reading, I can put it on something and I can just sit and read. I love reading, and being dyslexic and a slow reader, it's going to take me a while to get through all these books, but I started to become a book hoarder. I don't know which order I got them in, so I'll just share them as I go along. But I have been reading, and I'll show you this again. I showed this in my last video. It's got my pen from, I did a workshop with the textile artist Dion Swift, Stockport, do you know me? And I've still got my pen, and this was, I don't even know how long ago the workshop was. It was quite a while ago. And I found it, and I'm keeping it here. Also, I've got the book thing, which I've not really used a huge amount, but I've got my book sleeve, and in it, I did show this last time, and I love this book sleeve. It's waterproof, it's wipeable, and I take it with me pretty much everywhere. And I've got the final year of Anne Boleyn. I have got the book jacket over there, but I took it because it's getting a bit damaged, because it's getting old. It's easier to put it in this without, see, it just slides right in. So I'm going to get another 1 or 2 of these, because I was reading this, which I don't know if I showed it the last time, but it's to do with the Brontes. And the only problem with this is it's historical and it's true, and it's about the Brontes, which is, I love the Brontes and the story about them and everything, but I decided that it was just going to be much easier for me to read something fun. Now, thank you so very much to Lil of Lil's Vintage World. She inspired me to buy this. In fact, funny enough, another book that I own now, she had on her bookshelf, and I spotted it and I ordered it from World of Books. And I hope she doesn't mind. It was when she was doing her unhaul, I think it was she called it, where she got rid of 1 book a day in May, I think it was, for 30 days. But I did buy this before, and then unfortunately the copy I had got damaged. I don't even know how it got damaged. It ended up with a load of water damage, and it was awful, and I couldn't really sit and read it, and I was a bit upset. And then I thought, well, I can buy myself another copy, and I finally had the money to buy another copy, and I got this one from World of Books. It was a couple of quid cheaper than it was on Amazon, but I've started reading it on page 5, and so far I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. I love the writing style, and I think actually Dorothy Evelyn Smith is from Yorkshire. So yeah, it's about Miss Penny, who's a middle-aged spinster living a cheerful, contented life, complete with perfect housekeeping in an idyllic English village. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in an idyllic English village? And she comes together with Miss Plum, and she saves her from drowning, and then they become friends. And then I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Miss Plum is murdered, I think. And yeah, it's so far, I'm really enjoying it. And I think I'm going to go down this afternoon downstairs, sit in my new reading chair, because I've got a reading corner now. It needs a good tidy up, but I'm going to sit and read that this afternoon. Sometimes I find historical stuff a little bit heavy going, but when I'm really tired, like today. So yeah, so there, 2 books I bought from World of Books. The Anne Boleyn one I got from Amazon because I decided I had to start it straight away, and it was delivered the next day, and I literally started reading it the next day. The next book I got from World of Books, as I said, I saw on Lil's bookshelf in Lil's Vintage World, and it's Joan of Arc, and she's a bit of a hero of mine. And I think I've got another book somewhere about Joan of Arc, and I can't find it. So I decided to buy this one as well. If you buy 3 books under £5, you get a 4th one free, which is why they've had 2 orders from me, and they're about to get another one. I can't help myself. They're books. They're lovely, and I love reading books, and I've not sat down and read books properly for so long. So yeah, so I got this one as well. And I was watching some guy talk about history and history of Scotland and paganism and the Druids and history of Britain and the Picts and everything, and I was like, oh, Picts, I'm interested in the Picts. And I've also seen the film Gladiatress, in which, I'm really sorry about this, but there's a bit where they go, the Picts. And if you've seen the film, you know what I mean. If you've not, please go and watch it. It's by the same women who did Smack the Pony. It is ever so funny. It's my favourite film probably ever. My husband, when I was first dating him, I noticed he had the film, and I thought, what's this? And I really liked Smack the Pony at the time. And I'm a big fan of Sally Phillips as well, who plays Worth About Pig. In fact, my gamer name, and most games I play, is Worth About a Pig. And I even used to copy the bee dance. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. I can highly recommend. If you want a really silly film that is not historically accurate in any way, shape or form, about the Kents, the Picts, the Romans, can I please tell you to watch one of my all-time favourite films? You might think it's a load of rubbish. Most people did think it was a load of rubbish. It didn't do very well, but I absolutely adore it. But yeah, so I got a book on the Pict. It arrived literally today as I was leaving the house to go pick up my knee brace. Yay! And it looks really cool, and it looks like it's got some really good information in it, so I'm looking forward to looking through that properly later. This I got for free as one of my book hauls from World of Books, in case you're just tuning in. I had seen this out and about, and I'd flicked through it in Waterstones. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And then I got it on World of Books, and it was one of the ones that came free. And then I bought this one, not knowing a single jot about it. Didn't know anything about it. I thought it was about painting, because I'm a bit of a simple soul. I saw the front cover and thought, oh, that's a painting. Romantic Modern by Alexandra Harris, English writers, artists, and the imagination from Virginia Woolf to John Piper, whom I like both of them, and there are lots of artworks in this that I really like. It's very heavy. It's one of those that I will dip in and out of. There's a lot of John Piper paintings in this, but and there's a lot of really beautiful illustrations and things, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. But this afternoon, I think I might just sit simply and have a read of Miss Plum and Miss Penny. Also, I think this was a the word I said before, talked about by Lil's Vintage World. And I love Agatha Christie. I've seen lots of the films with I forgot who was in them. Joan Hickson was probably she's my second favourite. My all-time favourite is Margaret Rutherford. Then it's Joan Hickson, and then it's whoever comes after that. And my favourite Poirot was played by Peter Ustinov. And I watched Death on the Nile by Kenneth Branagh, and oh boy, did I feel let down by that film. I did not like it. I got very bored very quickly. What was the thing with the eggs? Who cares? Eat the eggs. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. But yes, The Murder at the Vicarage. I've seen this. I think I've seen Joan Hickson version. I've seen one of the other versions of one of the ones that I've been on in the last however many years. The ones with like Richard E. Grant and people like that in. I can't think of their names. But yeah, I bought this because I've seen lots of Agatha Christie. I've never read Agatha Christie. So I decided it's about time at 43 and with some times not being able to leave the house that I should read the book. So that is my book haul from World of Books and Amazon, because I showed you, yeah, I did show you the Anne Boleyn book. My favourite YouTubers, I've already mentioned one, which is Lil's Vintage World. She talks about historical books, fiction books, books on history, and she's got a dog called Pup, and he's gorgeous. But yes, so she does lots of book reviews. That's the word I'm looking for. She reviewed it on her channel, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, she does lots of reviews on her channel of books and things. And also I've started to watch Ruby Granger, which she's ever so lovely. Her book collection, oh, I love poetry, and her poetry books are absolutely stunning, can I just say. I am planning to order a book of poems because, again, I saw it on Ruby Granger's YouTube video. I mean, I love try again. Sorry, I love poetry on nature and things like that, and I really like I just love poetry. So I found the book that she had, and I'm going to order it from World of Books. My daughter wants a book on the Tudors and Henry VIII, so I'll be ordering those two today. Not quite my usual haul because it's only 2 and I've got a visit to Liverpool to look forward to. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button if you'd like, and the bell to let you know when I upload new videos. I'm hoping to start uploading maybe once a week, maybe every 2 weeks for now, until my 8-year-old goes back to school, because we have some trips planned, well, the idea of some trips, and I want to go to Waterstones on Deansgate because it's Waterstones and it's pretty and it's huge. I want to say it's massive. So I'm looking forward to paying a visit there, because my local one in Altrincham, though lovely, you could probably fit 2 of them, maybe 3 in the one in Manchester, because it's so big. I love the one, and also it's near the John Rylands Library, so we could do a 2 for 1. We can visit the John Rylands. We can also visit Deansgate. Not Deansgate, Waterstones. I think they're near each other. Yeah, they are. There's a short walk up, pretty sure. And we can go to Whitted's and I can get some tea and biscuits. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, because this is what I do. I tend to ramble quite a lot in my videos. I have another channel and I haven't put anything on there for so long either, because I can't sew or knit or cross stitch, so I've just not bothered with that one for quite some time. But you'll notice that I do ramble quite a bit. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea if I've got enough tea bags, because we're nearly out. I'm going to sit, I'm going to read my my Dorothy Evelyn Smith book, because I am enjoying it. and it's nice to read something that isn't quite heavy, something that's nice and light. And it's not a huge book, which is what I usually go for. If I do, or when I do buy books, I go for books that aren't really huge and that are quite easy to read. And Lil's Vintage World, she's very, very good at reviewing books with the words. It was a quick read, and if you can't sit and read for a while, like for a long period of time, it's perfect to sit and read. So I will say thank you so very much for joining me on my very first proper vlog video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can enjoy the rest of your day. Looking out of the window, it looks more autumnal than summer. It's hard to believe we are going to be going into a heat wave at some point this week, apparently. Who knows? Mrs. Britain. Our weather doesn't play along really. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon for another video, which I will talk about the Yayoi Kusama exhibition that I went to on Thursday. And I went to the Elizabeth Gaskell house as well yesterday. I will do a video on them. I'm not quite sure when, or but I'll definitely do a Yayoi Kusama exhibition video. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I hope that this was a bit of fun for your day. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me on this little video, and I really hope to see you again very soon. If you've got a favourite book or a favourite period in history, please leave a comment below and let me know. If you've got any anything you want to kind of recommend to me, I'm interested in at the moment I'm very interested in Anne Boleyn. I'm looking for books on Jane Grey, and I have a huge interest in World War II and World War One, and I like to read poetry, so I absolutely love poems. So if you've got a favourite poetry book you'd like to share, it'd be lovely to hear from you below. So I will see you again very soon, as I said, and I'm going to go now. So have a lovely day, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and goodbye, and have a lovely night. So bye bye all. See you later.